Cool. Hey, I think we're working for a change. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I got nothing set up here. Oh, I got one. Okay, so let's see. Let's start out here. In honor of Mr. Rogers, we're going to do this. Okay, so it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I gotta talk loud because I gotta take everything off when I put on my thingamabobby. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Or should it be, it's a beautiful day in the Twitchberhood. A beautiful day in the Twitchberhood. Oh, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Or won't you be my Twitchbird? I'll probably get tossed for that. I was trying to get the music done here, and it was refusing to procrastinate. So, okay. Okay, so I think we're all dressed. Hey, everybody, how y'all are? Welcome to another fantastically glorious day of live from Baytown, Florida. No, boy, I got Florida on the brain for some reason. Live from Baytown, Tejas. It is another stream. Okay, so I'm walking around here aimlessly. Of course, I gotta aim somewhere. And we're all opened up today. Maybe we'll get a little bit of airflow and cop some breeze. And maybe I'll get this thing oriented. And then again, maybe not. Who knows? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Can't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Okay, that one's working. Get a slug here. So it's been a wild morning. What can I say? I need to make this a little smaller, maybe. There we go. Maybe. Alright, let's see what the overhead does. It's there. It's not in a bad spot. What did I do wrong? So we got the new update a couple days ago on OBS, and I think I got a couple other updates that floated around over here. So hopefully they'll play a little better than I did when I first started. Okay, so now that I got all this done, if it crashes, I'll be back. Whoa, it worked. Whoa, whoa. Hi, everybody. Oh, gotta wait. Hi, 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 hi. Okay. All right, so let's do a little recap. Let me see if I can twist it. Okay, so there's the cabinetto. And we got the framework all done. This is the front. Of course, that would be, let's make this a side, and the one on the bottom would be the back. So what we need to do now is we need to enclose these sides and the back. And I'm going to use some half-inch plywood that I got laying around. And then I'll be able to make the drawer for it, and then we'll be back in beeswax. So since I got everything all ready and set up and everything, I got to bust my chops getting this thing off here, so I got room to cut. I need to make a little stand I can set these on, huh? This way I can kind of spin them around and stuff. Ooh, what a concept. Alright, let's do the back one first, since that's going to probably take the most room. This isn't so bad when you get it right. Hold it in the correct position. Alright, so I'll lean this back a little bit. I'm not going to turn the air compressor on until I need it. So we need a piece that's 28 inches, I think. I lied. Need about 24 and 15/16. That's 24 and 15/16, give or take, by, should be 36 and a half. I lied, 31 and a half. All right. So let's go ahead and write this down. I got 31 and a half. And you guys have probably seen a blank screen. 31 and a half and 24 and 15/16. 24 and 15/16. Boy, what a crazy number, eh? Alright. Now the 31 and a half, I'm not going to be able to use the rip fence. I'm going to have to kind of wing that. Oh no, I can cut it backwards. We'll be good. So let's go ahead and cut the 31 and a half first and go from there. Where do we go from there? Excuse my head. It's a really nice day out here this morning over here in the beautiful Texas coast. Is this dry up enough that I can peel it? Oh, yeah, it will be. Alright, let's give it a little air dry because by the time we get ready to glue it, it'll be cooking. So I got a 4-foot by 4-foot sheet of 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch plywood that's not the greatest in the world, but it'll work. So we'll go ahead and I was trying to get music through here, and it was refusing to procrastinate. I was getting page files. You know what? Let's see if we can get some of that twitchy music going here. So if I crash, I might be putting more stuff on here than it wants to play. But so if I crash, I will be back. Sans music. Let's see. Go there. Fire up the Spotify web viewer. Go to My Music. Let's see. Try this. Oh. Let's see if I can shut this down a little bit. Hey, how's that? That should be a little better. Okay, now I gotta move everything around here. Let's see. Yeah, if the sound's a little hokey, let me know. Hey. Uh-oh. I think the top of my ear isn't working. No, it's working. What's up with that? There's so much blinging going on. Nothing like all the bling. Alright, I think we're working now. I have 2 instances going here. I have an echo. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I got 2 instances instances of Stream Talker running for some reason. Let's see if I can get this thing fired up here again. Okay. Now let's try it. It didn't work. How come? Alright, it says to reload Twitch. So let's reload Twitch. See what happens. It's always something, I tell ya. It's always something. Try that now. Okay, I think we're working here now. Maybe. Oh, okay, cool. That's working. And I hope we got music. If we don't have music, well, I got it here. Hopefully, it will be a little bit better. And I got my chat and everything organized and everything. And maybe we're going to work. Alright, since we did all that stuff, now let's go back to the thing at hand, which is the thing at hand. Okay. Maybe. Alright, so the first one is going to be 24 and 15/16. So we come over here, let's find out. Hey, I got goo all over the place. Let's go to 24. Hey, this is running pretty good. What the heck? 24 and 15/16, which is right about there. Maybe. 24. Boy, this is off. 24 and 15/16. That's 25. I could actually make it just a little bit shy. That wouldn't kill it. Okay. Lock it down, see? Yeah, that's close enough for whatever it is work. Let me make sure I got room here. I'm probably going to have to move a camera. Oh. Yeah, I got to move a camera. Alright, now I got to re-aim it. There it is. Sorta. Okay. Alright, we got fire in the hole. We got noise going. Let's try to cut this bad boy. Ugh. Man, I'm grunting though. Kind of lined up. It's not lined up 100%. I just got too much blade showing. So let's go ahead and lower the blade. There we go. A little bit higher. For sheet work, I usually raise it a little bit because sheet work's always got a little bow in it. Sometimes I end up having to raise it and play around with it in the middle of a cut, and I hate doing that. It's okay. 24 and whatever 16th it is, right? Yeah, 15, 16. Okay. All right. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. We're lined up. And Weeby's cutting. So that, my friends, is how we cut a sheet of plywood. Kill the bower. Set this on the side. Probably going to be using it in the very near future. This is actually my last sheet, a ½ inch. I'm gonna have to hit the woodworking place again one of these days soon. All right, so that should be pretty close to 24 and 15, 16. Well, doggone it. About 32nd of an inch off. But it don't get no better than that. Wow, and I finished the cut with a check off and everything when the music stopped. Amazing. Alright, so our next cut, this should be 48 inches if I'm not mistaken. A little bit bigger than 48. Alright, so it's 48 inches and I want it 31 and a half. So I'll get my pencil, my beansel, and do some calculations here. Okay, we got 48 inches. And we want it to be 31 and a half. That becomes 47 and 2/2. So it's a ½ inch and 6. So I need to cut 16 and a half inches off. Let's do a little other math to make sure. 16 and a half plus 31 and a half is half and half is a whole. Which I don't understand it because there ain't nothing in a hole. And 6 and 1 is 7 and 1 more is 8 and 3 and 1 is 4. See, I do know basic math. And I don't have to use all that ciphering stuff. So I need to cut off 16 and a half inches. Actually, it's probably a little bit more than 16 and a half because this thing is showing up as 48. 48 in about 3/32. So if I add an eighth to that, which would be 16 and 5/8, I will be really close because a half is 4/8. So that'd be 5/8. So let's make it 16 and 5/8. That sounds like a plan to me. So we come over here. Come over. Cha! I don't even think I got the long enough cut to do that on this side. I might be able to, and this will support it here on this side. Hey, why don't we cut it backwards? Haven't cut backwards in a long time. Unhandled exception occurred. If you click continue, the application will ignore the error and attempt to continue. Alright, so let's click continue. Stream Talker account is being used by somebody else. Alright, so now I got Stream Talker down. Wait a minute. According to this, it says it's working. Come on now, let's get this stuff together here. Well, I'll be doggone. It's working okay. It says I dropped a few frames. Wow. That usually happens in the beginning. It's kind of funny because I'm not dropping them now. It's like it drops frames in the beginning and after that everything's okay. I don't know. Maybe I need a little bit more memory. Maybe I need to cut it down a little bit. Who knows? But it seems like everything is doing okay. I don't know. If it's jacking around, somebody let me know. Maybe. Okay. Well, let's get back to the things at hand. We're going to cut this 16 and 5/8. I would just go up this side. I think it should make it. 16 and 5/8. That's too long. 16 5/8 to get me in the ballpark up there. I got 16. Come on. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap your machine. Tap your machine. Oh. Alright. Right about there. That'll be a little bit on the short side, but that's okay. Alright, which end's the best? Who knows? I don't need a good end on this at all. So I said 16 5/8. Yeah, that's about what that set at. Oh, hey. I gotta make more noise. Excuse my back. Come on, hear the noise. Girls, rock the boys. Boy, that looks small. Oh, okay, that's this side I'm looking for. Alright, fire in the holy. Here we go. That, my friends, is that. This thing's not tracking a little crooked, I think. Not hurting the cut, making it a little tight. Alright, so with a needle and thread. I'm probably gonna have to put this up and cut it again. Alright, so we're gonna do one piece at a time, and it's probably gonna get heavy as we go along here. But that's okay. Alright, so we got that. Now we'll give this a little twist. Twist! There, like that maybe. Oh, that's not too bad. Excuse me. Pardonne me. I think all of them are going to be cutting to length, so I'm going to be doing a backwards cut. And I'm a little long, a little wide. My length is correct, but I'm a little on the wide side. How come? Oh boy, can't measure this morning? That's 25. Oh, I know why. 24. 24 and 15/16. That's 24 7/8. Wait a minute. Oh, it's 23 and 15/16. So we got to cut an inch off of this. If somebody didn't measure correctly, I won't mention any names, but that won't be too hard. Hopefully. And again, who knows? So we need to cut off an inch. Need to cut off an inch. 324 and something like that. Or 23 and something like that. So 24. See? I measured twice and what happened? I get the wrong thing. So we're going to make a mark about there. And I'm going to put a couple X's to mark the spot that I want to cut. I'm just going to set this up so it cuts off an inch. Somewhere through there. Because it's an inch exactly. And it'll make a nice piece of firewood. Maybe I ought to take all these little pieces of firewood that I use and send them to Iggy, glue them up, and he can turn something pretty out of it. We'll move this back. Hopefully it won't fall down and take out a bunch of cameras. There should be an inch there. Alright, so this is a measurement anyway, because I got to go to an inch from this side. As a matter of fact, yeah. Alright, so right about here is an inch, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Oh. I want to go an inch to the opposite side of the blade. Find one that's on that curved side of that one. A little bit more over here. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Yeah, that's pretty close. So, I'm cutting it. Here's the blade. Oh, here, I'll show you. Alright, here's the blade. Here's a rib fence. But because my cut piece is actually going to be on this, okay, here's the blade, here's the rib fence. Since my cut piece is going to be on this side, over here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure it from this side of the blade to here. So this way we got, I'll have my full side here, and the cut, the loss that's in the kerf will be lost in my scrap piece in the middle. I hope that makes sense. It does to me. But what do I know? Okay, so here we go. There we went. I'm just going to be a noisy fool today. Alright. I got a mark here somewhere. Where I want to cut it off at. Okay, here we go. See, it's a good thing I had my marking. Okay, so we're going to put it flat against here. And we're going to run that booger. Maybe. Just like that. Oops. My outfit tape is a little tall. Check this out. We almost had, come on, kickback. Which is one of the reasons why you stand away from the little end. Because it does like to kick back. That inch piece may end up being a little shell. Yeah, right. Who knows? We'll use it, might use it for something. I probably need to sand this down like crazy because it's got a bad fit. Okay, are we still looking here? Yeah, we're looking here. Let me get this on here a little bit stronger. A little bit stronger. a little bit, whatever. And let's put a better end at the top. And I'll be going across it. And that's going to leave an opening in here that I'm going to need to fill if I want to fill it that way. But I don't think I want to do that. I think since I'm playing around and cutting, I think I'd rather go in between and drop them down like this. I'm thinking that's looking better. Going to look better, since that's what I'm going to do on the sides anyway. How's that look? Yeah, that wouldn't look too bad. Let's go ahead and cut it that way. So I'll cut this one down a little bit, or a lot bit, and change it around a little bit. Give it a little modern appeal, maybe. That's 19 7/16. And what's this? This is 19 7/16. Holy cow. Alright, so let's cut it down to 19 7/16. That one I can actually do on the saw. Maybe. Ugh. Now I could probably go with something thinner. I don't have much of it, but I could probably go with a quarter-inch plywood. But if I decided I want to hang something on, you know, put hangers on the side or something like that, then it gets a little unruly. And it's a lot easier to do it this way. So let's do a verification on this, just because I can. 19 7/16. We're actually going to make it a little bit on the short side on the 7/16. 19 7/16. Come on. Find a good tooth here. 19 7. Seven, 16. Oops. And we tighten up just a little bit. Took out a little breathing room, and that should be it right there. Tighten it down. Check it out. A little bit closer to 19 13/32, which works for me. Yes, it does sometimes. Okay, another fire in the hole. That's a lot of cuts for one stinking piece of wood when there's only a few sides. But hey, the way life is in the fast lane. Alright. I think we got it now. Bon Jovi, I think we've got it. But I'm not sure. let's put it back up here. Come on, you can do it. Okay, here we go. Alright, so now this should just fall into place. Look at that. Like it's meant to be. This would actually look pretty good if I painted it. But I'm just going to give it a heavy sanding and use that stain on it because I got that stain coming out of my earballs. And it's going to go real good. And I'm just going to tack it right along where it needs to go. So I'm going to locate it a little bit. Oh, no, I need a different one. Hey, Ichabod, how are you doing? Pretty good, pretty good. Can't complain. Doesn't do any good anyway. But we're getting along. How are you doing, man? How's your new I was gonna say still. How's your new cooker working? I saw some of the output that you did on it. It looks really nice. I like the colors and stuff that it blends and makes. Is that so you can customize your glass to put in your window work? Yeah, I can understand. I can understand that. I've been messing around with OBS. That and the bot that talks in my ear is just giving me fits today, and I don't know why. I think it was an update. They did an update, and I think it's messing around with it. So I'm gonna put some glue on that, and I'm gonna shoot some Bradleys in it. So I need to fire up the noisemaker. Once we get this one done, then I will cut another one. Maybe I will cut two at one time. So they should be close to the same. Yeah, right. This is a gym project. Nothing's ever close to the same. Oh. I think, although I do have a lot, my shop's gonna look a little nasty till I get a couple more cabinets made. But I think I'm gonna take a break from cabinet work, and I'm gonna make a Gnome door or two. I got one I need to put out in a in our little fencing area, and I also need to put one somewhere else. There we go, fire in the hole. I know I've shown this like a gazillion times. Let me see here. Bring it down a little bit. But this is what's really cool about using silicone. It's not fully dried, but everything just peels right off. Need to put my garbage can back. Even a brush. This brush here is like, you know, caked with the stuff. And it's like I said, if you leave it drive all the way, and then you just kind of bend it, and the stuff just peels right off of that silicone because it's so flexible. And the only problem that I run into is if I got to make sure that I don't grab one of the little rubber thingies. If they're a little twisted or something, I kind of got to straighten them out. But they'll pull right out. If you pull the other way, then you'll pop them off. So like I said, the wet stuff takes a little bit more scraping. Normally if I do a lot of heavy gluing, it takes about 2 days to do one of these. There it is, back again, just like new. I go clean up the floor and I find all these funky looking flakes around and I'm going, hey, what's that? Okay, so we got that one set. Why don't we, let me see if I can twist the overhead around a little bit and get it kind of organized here. I may have to watch the stupid camera while I'm doing this, so this way I can see if I'm setting it right. Alright, that's good. So I did my morning shot of Marvel's Magic Mystery Oil into the gun. And a lot of times I don't glue the backing pieces down. But for some reason, something is telling me that I need to do this as a glue up. And exactly why, I don't know. I got a feeling that it's to help out hold up the plywood. That and the fact that I'm really not affixing it to the sides. I'm just going to the cross pieces. But it is close enough to a fit. This is the top. So I want the good side. The pretty end. Let's go like this. This looks like a pretty end. To be flush with the top because the bottom doesn't really matter, right? Got a little bow to it. Alright, so we got this guy. Sets up just like that. Wow, that fit pretty good. Or I did something wrong. And of course I set my I'm gonna have to set the nail on this. Because it's got a little bit of a bow in it, I'm just going to go ahead and just walk it. It'll flatten out as I'm laying it down. And I'll follow up with a nail set. This line should line up with where I need to go. This is practice because I'm trying to get the accuracy of this gun. Alright. I got a little bit of ledge on the bottom. Perfect. If the glue don't hold it, I have enough steel in here that I can chip it out and weld them together. That's why nails for a nail gun come in big boxes. Because you always go crazy setting these things. Okay. So I got a back on it. Whoops. Oops. Oh, I knocked that camera all the heck. There it is. I should use my little thumpy nail set. And I am, because I got it here handy. Although I'm not sure how good a job I'm going to do with this nail set here. Because of the distances. Okay. So where's that? Set that on there.
know what I'm supposed to do.
Give it a couple of thumps. While it's on the nail, please. Wow. That's some tough stuff, boy. Okay, that's good. There's two reasons why I'm making sure that these are sitting down low. That's some hard stuff. And that's because it's easier on the sandpaper when I hit this thing. And I think that's a nail. Yep, okay, that's down. When these first came out, I only had one size. Now they got a set of these so that the little holes are meant to fit the nail head a little better. One of these days I may invest in a set of those. I got a set that I use with a hammer. And they do just good. And believe me, that set of 3 nail sets cost me a lot less than this one did by itself. This plywood, this 3/4 inch plywood is really tough stuff. I thought it was pine, but I guess not. And I got my gun is adjustable. I got it set for a little bit softer wood, so I wasn't shooting nails through it, but still getting pretty deep. And just shy of having enough horsepower to shoot them in, except when the tank is really full. When the tank is full, then it's not so bad. See, these are okay. And these here, they're fine. Okay. So we got the nails set. So let's go ahead and check the side pieces. I got a couple of pieces going on here and there. Alright, this is 13 and about 3/8. This one here is, oh wait a minute, try that again. 13 and 5/16. This one is, yep, 13 and 5/16. Actually, I think that's 30 seconds. Let me look at that again. Let's go 13 and 3/16. Got one at 13 and 3/16. Hey, somebody broke my pencil. That's real good. 13 and 3/16, if I'm not mistaken. We'll measure it again just to make sure. I think it's a little wider here. Yeah, it is. 13 and, yeah, 3/16. Alright, I got 13 and 3/16 by 31 and a half by 31 and a half. Alright, let's go ahead and spin the other one, see what it is. Oh, right here, 13. 13 and 3/16. Just in case this one's a different size. And this one here is a dog to measure. That one I could squeeze 13 and a quarter, but I think I'm going to go with the 3/16. Yeah, I'm going to go with 13 and 3/16 on that one too. So this one's 13 and 3/16. Going to be just a little bit of gap in a couple of places. That's because of the unevenness of the boards, a little bit of twist. Because I didn't plane them and square them all up before I put them in. 31 and a half will work fine. Alright. Cool. So I got a funny feeling I'm going to be cutting the backside off again. I think I'll put a molding around, a little bit of a round, quarter round or something around it to cut the lights off. But if you don't know, this is a shop tool, and it's going to be getting dust in there. Leaving that little gap in there might make it easier to blow out. Just have the dust blow out of it. We shall see. Alright, so all of these are 4-footers, I think. See how wide this bad boy is. It's close enough to use that. Oh yeah. It's 13. It's about 15. But I'm gonna have to cut it. It's 4 foot. Now, this is actually a nicer piece. I don't know. I don't want to put the junky side in here and use this other one for maybe for a drawer or something like that. I didn't want to do that. So it's two of the same cuts. This one needs to be squared up anyway. It's got a bad end on it. That's when my saw thingamabob slipped and I ended up putting a bad cut on it. So alright, let's set up the 13 first. And maybe I'll zip it around and cut it backwards. This way I have a little bit more support on the sheet. Alright, so 13 and 3/16. 13. 4/16 is a quarter. So it should be right around there somewhere. In that neighborhood. Not too bad, it's 13 and 1/8. 13 and a chubby 3/16. Oh. There we go. And. Boy, that's a lot quarter, 13. No, it's good. That'll work. I hope. Measure 200 times and still cut 3 times and then force it in. Yeah. 3/16 is going to give me a little bit of a gap, which is fine. Alright. So we're going to go the long way. Boy, I hate to do that. Maybe I ought to rip it off the other way first. I don't think I can get 31 and a half on this. I think I'm going to get 30 and a half. Alright. Let's try to get 31 and a half. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think it only gives me a 30-inch rip. Oh, maybe not. Houston. We may be able to get this. Will I? Will I? Will I? Oh! I get 31. Need another inch of rail. Alright, well we'll go backwards. And the reason why I'm going backwards is because there's more support on this side. And this side's lower. For some reason my side on that side there, flooring warped. And so it's kind of sticking up in the air. Alright. And I dumped my mathematics. How close are these to 48? I may have to trim them a little. I can probably trim them with a sander. As short as it was. It's 48 and a 16th. That 16th of an inch is let me get a slug here. I'm not gonna worry about that 16th. I can knock 16th out pretty quick. I really should be doing this with a guide. Alright, what you got the better side? Yeah, they all look like garbage. Alright, let's find out which one's square. Which one is square? That one's square. That one's not square. That one's kind of square. That one's crummy looking. But it's square. And we'll cut this side and that'll square it up. Oh, doggone it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna cut this thing the way it's supposed to be cut. Do it right. Do it safe. Yada da, yada da. Hopefully. Find my guide. Hey. These need to go back. Way back. Back into the case. Place for everything and everything in its place. Yeah, right. Okay. This one actually has a support on the wrong side. But I don't have enough support on that side to support it. But that's okay. Alright. As the old man babbles. Do I have enough? Do I have enough? Do I have enough? Enough is enough. What's hanging up here? Well, yeah, probably, maybe. I may have to put a filler in over there. Alright. Well, that's a floppy booger. Floppy booger. Let's start out with setting this up. I want it right about there, since I'm going to be eating this stuff. Okay, that's first thing. That's first thing. Second thing is we turn off the air compressor. I gotta make 2 of these cuts anyway, so don't really matter. And my length is 31 and a half. So 31 and a half. I want to cut that end down. Actually, I'm going to have to go this way with it. 31 and a half is going to be the final cut. I need to get this side down. Give it a little bit better. So let's cut it 32 and then I'll cut a ½ inch off of it on the second pass. Man, I'm going with pencils. Oh, let's sharpen this one. Crunch, 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 crunch. That didn't do much of a good job. Okay, here we go. That's 32. 32 is about that crack. Say no to crack. Yeah, right about there. I'm not thrilled with this cut. One of these days I'm going to build me a panel cutter. One of these days. Oh no, that's days. Alright, so if I get that right there, and I zing that bad boy through there and it don't hang up and get me in trouble. We will have what we need. I got a funny feeling about this bad boy. Make sure we got nothing to hang up. Hopefully. Alright. On goes the one noise maker. Fire in the holy. Alright, let's see how that's gonna go. Cutting pretty straight so far. Is it gonna clear that on that end? Is it gonna? Oh, it cleared the end. Houston, we have a cutoff. Yeah. I'll tell you what. That dust collector ain't collecting a whole lot of dust. Blech. Alright, now I can go to my natural control. I'm only cutting an inch off. Now let's go this way. There's a little bit more support on this side. Alright, so now we're going to 31 and a half. 31 and a half. 31 31 and a half. I'm only cutting a real little bit off of it. One and a half. I think I'm better off cutting off of this side. I have more back support with the berries. One of these days I'm going to put a little dog catcher on the bottom of that thing. So I want 31. This is the bad edge, okay. I want 31 and a halfsy. Right there. When I twist it, that's going to line up real nice. Maybe. Or maybe not. I gotta get some little clips so I can clip these little short ones in there so they don't fall down and get broke up. Maybe that'll sit there. Or not. We shall see. Alright, so this is square. This is square. This is where it wants to be. I'm gonna have to lift up my little guy here when I get closer into the cut. Let's lift it up now, and this should go. Look at that. Cut it like it was planned. Planned sawing hood. Okay. More firewood. More firewood. It's going to be 110 degrees out, and I'm going to be making another fire just to burn some of this wood off. I'll do it on a day after it rains. This way maybe it'll help dry it out. Alright, so I want to cut this one too. Now I gotta find, I don't know if I got a square edge on this at all. And it's kind of wide. Houston, we may have to go a different route. This edge looks like poop. Alright, let's see what we got here. So this is the closest to the good edge here. I ain't gonna freehand that. Hey, a waspy. That. I use this one. It ain't 100% square, but it's close enough. Yeah, it's kind of square. The edge is beat up, but it's square. Oh, this one here is pretty much Yakko Doc. So this edge, what this be? This one's a little off. I ain't worried about that. I'm going to use this edge as my reference. Boy, that's a heck of a stretch. And we're going to go, and we're going to cut this 31 and a half. What this edge look like? I'm not real thrilled with that edge. Alright. Where's 31 and a half? Let's go 32. This is 32. We're going to play this game a little different. That edge is pretty close to straight. Since this edge is kind of straight, kind of square, we're going to go 32. There's 32 here somewhere. We're going to go 32. And I picked a good spot. So we're going to pick 32 right there. That's too long for my rip fence. 32 right here. If I set 32 right here, I think I'm out of my rip fence's range on this side. Man, I really wish I had the room for a 52-inch rip fence. For cabinet making, that extra foot or so really makes a big difference. Oh, I know this thing hates me. Alright, I'm good on this side. But I'm not on this side. How come? Well, it would work a lot better if I got my pencil out of there. There you go, okay. So, I don't know. I don't think my fence is square. Locked in though. Put it there. Alright, let's do a ballpark measurement. I think I got enough that I can rip it on the offside. On the off cut. Well, I say that's not the offside. I'm gonna cut it 16. It's not gonna be it'll be a straight cut, I think, but it's not gonna be square. I think I can get 16 out of it. Oh, we're stretching it. I just hope it don't slip. If it slips, then we're all in doodle land. I'll get tossed for all the blood and guts. Come on back. Alright. Alright, let's take 16 off of it. That still gives me a big enough piece to do a drawer bottom or something. And we'll run it right through there like that. Alright. House of the Holy. Fire the hole. Whatever. Boy, that's crummy end. Yeah, real crummy end. Alright, that's right now. That's pretty good. Sure glad I'm making another cut on this. I gotta check that edge out. See what we got. It's gonna be parallel. Probably isn't gonna be straight or square. Check square first. So I'll be doggone. Well, you cotton picker. That's pretty much right on the money. Let's see if I recovered well. I think this one's long enough to do that. Oh, here, I got one. Let's see. Oh, man. Oh, yes. That's pretty straight cut. Talk about falling a pound, come out smelling like a rose. Alright. So I want to cut a little bit of this end off too. I know that one's relatively square. So we're going to go like this. And then we're going to measure me off 31.5, which only should be a little bit. Yeah, I got to cut off about a ½ inch. So I'm going to go 31.5. 31.5, that's right here. Right about here. That ends up being, ow! I got attacked by my tape measure. Yeah, I'm gonna cut off about a ½ inch. I think I'm gonna be right on, pretty close to being right on the button there. If not, it's not gonna be that far off. Alright, so I gotta go a ½ inch. I gotta go a ½ inch to the outside cut. That's pretty close. Well, it was pretty close. I want to say, man, I smacked my thumb. I want to say, then I'm off. Just a hair yet. There we go. 30 seconds. There it is, right there. Okay, now it's moving on me. Dang it! Quit moving. I think that's close enough to a ½ inch. Don't move. Okay, that'll work. If it moved, it's like a 32nd or 64th. That's because this thing's lining up. It does it. it comes off in the main here, and then when I tighten it up, I bring it against and set it up so that it's parallel. But when it's moving around and I'm setting it, it's far enough away that it's got a little bit of play in there. I'd put some kind of a shim in here to keep it a little bit tighter, but then it wouldn't move around as freely, and you get a little bit of sawdust in it and everything like that, and it'd be good for whatever. Alright, we're going to cut it on this end. Yeah, we're going to cut it on this end, because that's got a pretty good end on it now. Alright. Boy, it's kind of sticky. I think I'm going to have to... Yeah, it's holding. It's kind of walking a little bit here. Hey! There! I need to get that on a clip. That is kickback. And it hit here. I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. That is why you don't stand in front of these little pieces. That was a perfect example of that. Alright, let's see if I got a good cut on that. Let me check for almost squareness. Hey, put that back. Well, that's on the nut. That's pretty close. It walked on me a little bit, so I'm not expecting this one to be super perfect. I expect to have a little belly in it. But I'm gonna get some light through there. Pretty good. If it does have a little belly in it, it's probably like a 64th or something like that. Probably even, maybe more than that, because it's like really. This is a very, very hint, almost like a shadow. Who knows what evil lurks within the mind of dudes? The shadow knows. Alright, so that's close enough square for me. So let's go back to the real world here. And do some ripping. I tossed that little cutout off, and that was like a perfect deal for setting my sizes up. I ought to have a bunch of these little pieces. I can just throw them up there and set them up. Alright, so now I got them 31 and a half. That's the length. For the height. And when I'm 13 and 3/16. That I can rip on here. Sensibly. I'm not doing anything artistic. 13 and 3/16. Okay, they're gonna walk on me? No, it's gonna hold real nice. That's good. I still got noise, don't I? Yeah, I still got noise. What I got going on here? I'm gonna just check, see what's going on. Make sure it's still working. I think it's working. Or not. I'm not sure. Well, looks like it. Okay. And as soon as I get these rips out, I'll be able to turn one noisemaker off and get the other noisemaker going. Hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, one final check to make sure. 13 and 3/16. We're on the button. It looks like all the cameras are working. None of them are on my saw. Well, heck, I'm doing all that, making all those kind of measurements and everything, and everybody going, hey, what you talking about? Alright. Y'all missed all the fun. I gotta go on a roll over here. I kind of forget about cameras. I'm sorry about that. There, that one's a little better. Okay, let's go ahead and rip these bad boys out. And then we'll be able to try them. Probably fine tune them. Ow. Boy, it's got a really bad edge on it. Gee, these look a little long. There we go. There's one. This is definitely going to be a door bottom. May have to hit it with a plane. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Which is a better side? Who knows? Who cares? Does it fit? Oh, look at that. It actually acts like it wants to fit. A little tight. That's where the magic matic comes in. Boy, that's a pretty outside. Oh, well, no, not really. Alright. Huh. Alright, let's cut it this way. I'll make sure I'm cutting it the right way here. Had a thing. Boy, it's all warped up having plywood, boy. How come this stuff never looks like this when you're watching the Wood Whisperer? Oh, wait a minute. You don't see him doing this kind of stuff too much. I wonder why. Okay. Well, that's one less noisemaker. I am not sure about this music. This might be a little too tall for this old man. Whoa, this thing's getting heavy. Whoa. Okay, so we got that. Let's twist the overhead around a little bit. I'm gonna put it on an angle a little bit, so this way maybe I won't be blocking the view so bad. Where the heck am I here? Twist it around. Hey boy, that's a good view of my garage door. Okay, that's a little better. Maybe it'll come over my shoulder. Being left-handed, I ought to come this way. I don't know how the lighting's going to be. Let's try this. Yeah, that's not too bad. And this one here, I'm just going to twist like that. Maybe even up a little bit. Like that. Now I gotta go get a step stool, because I'm one of them little short guys. And there's place for everything in it. Hi, good morning, Mr. Frightful. How are you today? You know, there's place for everything, and everything in its place stuff ain't all it's stacked up to be. Actually, it'll probably be really good once I figure out where the places are for it. Alright, here we go. Okay. I have a one-track mind, I tell you. Tata? Tata? I mean Tata. Oh, tops off. Yeah, I know what that is. I used to have an old Jeep when I lived in Chicago, and when it hit 70 degrees, 75 degrees, that old top come off, and it didn't go back on until September. And I was whining and crying when that happened. All right, let me turn on my air compressor. It's gonna be a little bit noisy. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can cover this up. I need to figure out to mute this. I think if I can mute it when I turn the thing, when I'm bent over on it to turn it on, then it's not so bad. Because the noise canceller on this thing, I'm kind of impressed. It worked pretty good. I don't know what I'm going to do when this old headset bites the big one. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a nice tight fit. We're gonna be doing this with a Motec, the Magic Motec. Actually, it's kind of what I wanted, was a nice tight fit. Yeah, I know. Over here in Texas, we get vitamin D through our clothes. A lot of times. It's so doggone hot in here. Ugh. Alright. Glue it in, beat it in, put a few Bradleys in it, and we should be good to go. I bet I'm oh no, I'm not blocking. Wow, this is a first. Normally when I do these, people just see my hands. Unless I fall off my little step stool. Why does this stuff sound like it should be on a video game? This is a Twitch no toss thing from, I think it's coming through Spotify. And this is supposed to be relaxing music. I think that is what the thing said. Well, I don't know. How relaxed are you guys? Sounds like a 1950s version. 50s version? Yeah, whatever. An old version of Mario Brothers. I had one. I picked. I made a channel and I picked rock and roll. And it was like all heavy metal, headbanger, blow the place up kind of thing, which is okay. But I listened to it all day long, and it's like, oh. It's just kind of like murdiferous. There's like nothing in between. In betwixt the Twitch. Or something, excuse me. Or something like that. I better knock that camera off. I need to give me a little more space. I need more space. There we go. I think. Now, when you do a glue up, you should always be ready. So that this way, the minute you put the glue out, you turn around and you get that booger around there right away. As you can see, I go by my sayings. Because it seems like I never have everything ready. Whoops. Man, I bet that hurt. I'm going to put the bad end out. This way I can sand it down. If I put it on the inside, I'm afraid that it's going to be an issue when it comes time to do something. Let's move this back to where it needs to go. I'm going to end up splitting veneer off anyway. It'll be an excuse to try that pile of epoxy that I got. Alright, that's pretty close. That's real close. That's so close. I'm going to beat that booger in there. I didn't need to hit it that hard. You didn't need to hit me that hard. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I mean, you know, it's not bad. No, it could be worse. I bet you I'm out of ammunition. Real close. Let's see, this is the top. Yeah, it's the top. Let's have a 3/4 inch piece running right along here somewhere. I wonder how long it's going to take me to get used to this gun. I like it though, it's pretty good. Alright, now where's my other one? Other one's right about here. Oh. Come on. Should be right about there. We'll find out when I'm pulling nails out of the thing. I told you I'm out of ammo. Jeez. I go through a lot of those 1¼ inch brads. I had a sheet here that I set down over here somewhere because I knew I was low. There it is. I use a lot of 1¼ inch everything because most of the stuff I work with is 3/4 inch. Most of it. 1¼ inch and an inch. Because there are times that I use some. My 3/4 inch pieces will get milled down to 1/2 inch. And I've got tons of big stuff too. Oh man, here. About here, I'd say. I'm afraid to look. Alright, this one's a little bit easier to gauge. Holy cow. Yeah, I know, I'm waving that thing in front of you. I'm all twisted up here. I'm all twisted up. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. I'm gonna have to tag this cable together. I thought about gluing it, but that ain't gonna work. May have some insulated properties by gluing it. Now this should be right about here. I might close my eyes when I spin it over and then look. Okay, so this one's easy because it's a bigger one. And when you've got full pressure and that magic Marvel Magic Mystery Oil has gotten through the system from the first morning, these things just pound down real nice and easy. And there it is. There's the side. Let's bring it down. Oh, maybe. See how bad it is. Did I miss? No, I didn't miss, but I made a mess. Starts with an M, so it's about the same. Okay, I got a little bit of goo in here. Holy cow, it's already setting. I didn't think it was that long. Now, let me a little more sanding. I got some real thin pine. I think I'm going to edge band these. It's going to give me a little bit of overhang, but I think I can sand them down, kind of like flip them off. That's not too bad. I didn't go in all the way. I have one spot right here. Oh, I gotta get my machine to do it. Everything else pretty good. Oh wow. 1¾ inch, a little long. Just a hair. For that one piece. Otherwise, it's okay. It's set good. I got one place here I need to knock all these in. And everything else is pretty good. Not bad. Let me go get my thing knocker in her. My thang knocker in her. Not one of them that I hit and I bent over. These nails are kind of funny. I gotta remember which way they orient. Because depending on where they're oriented in the flat, sometimes these will take off when I hit the hard spot. If you orient them a little bit the right way, and they go through okay. Ow. Kind of uncoordinated today. Just one side got a nail set, got a little indent for a nail set, and the other side it's got an indent for I wonder if my spring's getting loose. It's got an indent for the for a center punch. It works pretty good on wood and metal. If I pull it enough. You gotta make sure that you hold the little handles too. I was thinking about putting some O-rings on there for a little bit better grip. One of these days I'll pick up a couple boxes of those Harbor Freight O-rings and play with it. See what we got. This is actually all set pretty good. There's some on the inside on this thing here that's on all of them. I may have to go, I may hit that with the Dremel tool and just grind them down just on principle. It ain't like they're going to be in the way. But you never know. I'm very famous for doing stupid stuff like put them in where it don't belong. I must have a screw or something sticking out of the back end. I'll check it. Because it's hanging up, it should be sliding a little bit better. Let's put this other one on. Then I think I can put it on the flow. What's hanging up on? Oh! It's hanging up on that one. We'll end up grinding that down. Okay, I got another board here somewhere. This one's probably going to fall in like it's real loose. That's the way that stuff happens. No, it's still a pretty tight fit. Alright. At work. That's not bad looking inside. I think I'm going to put that on the inside. I put a little bit better one on the inside. This way that when you're grabbing for whatever's inside the cabinet, you're not running into all the splintery stuff. Sanding this is going to take forever. Because there is quite a bit to sand. It's actually coming out relatively straight. I wasn't expecting it to be as square as it is. I was figuring it's going to be about, 1/8, 1/16 of an inch, but most of this off squareness is like in the 30 seconds or 60/4. Actually closer to 60/4. Which for woodworking is more than acceptable. Unless you're making wooden machinery or something like that. Sorry, homie ain't playing that game. Yeah, let's put a little bit up in the corner. About the time I get everything glued in, I'll have my game together over here, and it'll be time to call it a day with this. This is my last one. So after this, there'll be a bunch of sanding. I've got polyurethane. I've got some stain that I'm trying to get rid of, so I'm just going to stain it cherry. It's enough that the stain will get in there and kind of seal the majority of the pores up enough that it'll stabilize the wood a little bit out here. Well, it'll cut down on the amount of moisture that it soaks up, I hope. It has in the past. It's probably a better candidate for a paint job. I'm not a painter. Alright. I was thinking I'd have sanded this before I put it in here. That makes too much like sense. Alright, let's put it in there and kind of beat on it a little bit and we get it straightened out. Get in there. Come on. I'm gonna beat this down, but dang, it's pretty close. Close enough so we can sand that flush. Not that it's a life or death thing. Okay, let's hit it again. You know, it works better if you kind of hold it straight. There we go. They say you can save a lot of stuff if you save the length. If you shoot them in at an angle, I did pretty good except the last two. This one, it don't matter because it's going into a piece of plywood. That's about here. Hey. This has got that automatic thing where you just squeeze the trigger and start bouncing it. I don't trust myself with that for some reason. Okay, had enough popping. Alright, let's knock in the few Bradleys that are sticking out. Get this off here. Put some officially cheap Harbor Freight wheels on it. See what needs to be done in the sanding and grinding. I might call this stream a day. I don't think you guys want to get bored watching me try to sand this thing. It's gonna be a 2-day sand job. I'm pretty good. I kind of know better than to do this. Last time I did this, I hacked onto a nail. Ooh wee! That hurt. Alright, that's good. We got one here, one here. This is good. These aren't. They're at an angle. If you bring the head down low enough and you run over it with a piece of sandpaper and you bring, like when you're forming and stuff like that, you bring this down low enough to where you're sanding wood and the metal, it doesn't hurt the sandpaper. It works, and it works pretty good that way. Alright. Let me move around here so I can reach that a little bit better. Man, I thought standing on concrete was rough on my legs. This little scaffold was pain in the butt. I need a little sit down, a few minutes to sit down. After this, as I'm babbling along. If you miss seeing these, I normally take the streams and I bring them down and I process them. I cut them into, depending on the length, I try to cut them into hour-and-a-half long sessions at the most. I've got some of them that are 2.5. But the reason why I do that, and then I upload them here on Twitch, and I also upload them on MeToo, in case you want to take a look and, you know, zip through the boring parts. You know, hey, he mentioned something over there, and or he did something. It's kind of crazy, stupid. I want to see it again. But, in all honesty, they're there. And I put them up, you know, and I was like, everybody on all those YouTube training things and everything, try to keep it between 15 and 20 minutes long. 18 minutes is like the optimum, I think, is what they said. And here I got people actually watching those 2-3 hour things. I don't think they're watching the whole thing. I'm pretty sure they're skipping through them, but that's fine. What the heck, I skip through them when I make them. I don't have 2.5 hours to be sitting there watching that stuff. Okay. So there it is. A shop cabinet. Let me sit down, rest my legs a little bit. Now, I'm going to keep that up there. I'm going to run. I don't think I got a piece wide enough for this, so I may have to double up on it. But I got some real thin pine. And I'm going to run a veneer. A little veneering piece along the front of these. Sand them down flush. Just to kind of cover, get rid of all the little voids. The voids, it's almost like a Noid. I can make a kick plate for this. Kinda. Stick it out a little bit. I got this stuff they call wood repair, which is a CA glue and a activator. A little small thing. And the plywood was splitting, even though I had pre-drilled it all and everything. So I put some of that CA glue in there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's there. And I hit it with that activator, and it turned that doggone CA glue white. But it's holding. It's holding real good. I'm impressed. So I don't know. That must be a different flavor of CA glue. I'm not sure.
What's Spotty got to do?
I don't know if I need a bigger screen or not. I think that's who these people are. I heard you mention the one-ups. There's like a bunch of them though, because these are like 4 or 5 different bands. I've been kind of looking back and forth when I had the thing up. And this is the weirdest thing. I have no idea what's going on. I'm so confused. Let me sit down. Get a slug of that bubbly stuff that I made, wherever it's at. Oh, here it is. Anyway. That's not too bad. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, seems like this computer isn't a morning computer. So every time I fire it up and get ready to run stream, actually I got it running all the time in the shop, and I'm usually listening to music or something. But for some reason, this thing will lock up or do something really stupid in the beginning, and then it'll come back and start running okay. And that's the same way with OBS. I bring OBS up and I set it up to stream. That's why you see a long entrance stream going on. That's because for the first minute or so, that thing's dropping frames like it's going out of style. Then it's like everything falls into place and it just rolls on along. Go figure.
What's Spotty got to do to get a drink of soda pop around here?
Oh, there. It's the garbage guy. Weep, 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 weep. I think they're picking up the recycled stuff. They're too busy backing up. I ought to swing the camera over and take pictures of them to show what a great job these idiots do. They're fighting with the dog next door. I got two little dogs next door, and they're... You walk past the front of the house, and they just give you all kinds of grief. And these guys giving them grief back. That's kind of funny. I saw him try to bite a kid on a bike one time. Kid turned around and knocked one of them in the jaw. He rolled back a couple times, and he was pretty much done. I think one guy was trying to get bit. That ain't too bad for a shop cabinet. I don't know if I got enough room to run a... I think we're just going to sand it down over the end, around the edges over a little bit. I think I came too close on them screws to be able to do a round over. I got kind of brave with putting them on the end like that. Normally I don't either. I got one that I'm so brave that I put on the end, it's sticking out. I don't have to grind it down. It's amazing how I notice all my mistakes that I did today. I guess I got some sleep last night. I did this kind of with just a few hours of sleep each night, so I am surprised that it's square. But it's going to do what it wants to do. Heck, it's only going to be we're going to hold my planer. Yeah, it looks alright. I go crazy with the sander. I gotta make a drawer for it too. I'm just gonna make one long drawer because I got an extra set of blades around here somewhere. When I find them, I'll put them in a drawer, and I got a couple other pieces to put in there. This way I put the drawer in, and it'll be long enough to hold the blade in there. Here with this one piece. I hope. My luck, after I get it all put together and everything, it'll be about 1/16 of an inch too short. I'll have to trim the inside of my cabinet, my drawer, so it'll fit. That's alright, I got sharp chisels. Doo 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 doo. It's actually a pretty nice day out here today. But it's getting warm. It's sunny out, so all the cans, what the heck they call that? all of our little lights that are solar. All of our little solar lights are getting a good charge. And the roof of this garage is probably getting nice and hot. And that heat will be coming down here pretty soon. So what should I do next? I think I'll put wheels on it so it'll be easier to move around because it is getting a little heavy. And I'll go ahead and cut that veneering, fit that in. I think I got some. Veneering's kind of cool. You can turn around and make it a little bit long, and you can trim it and do whatever you want with it, with a sander or a router. I got a flush cutting bit. I put on and run a flush cutting bit around it. It cuts that stuff off pretty easy. Of course, it being pine. Pine is, when you cut yellow pine real thin, it gets kind of brittle. And you get a lot of tear out and chip out. And I don't know how thick a piece I got. Maybe I check and see. Let's go. I'm gonna go looking. Let's see if I can find a little thin piece of wood. I got some half-inch stuff. I think I got a real long, real thin piece somewhere. It's probably warped all get out. This won't work for the bottom. It's more than wide enough. But it ain't too bad. Use that. That's enough for maybe one or two. A little off. That's alright. Oh, you know what? Forget that noise. Here's a little veneering. Look. I don't know if you can see it. A little warped. But it'll flatten out. But look at the grain on that. The spalting. Holy buckets. I wouldn't use it for anything else because it is not the levelest thing in the world. Let's go ahead and do that. Now I should rip them down about 3/4 of an inch. I got enough little stuff here that I can get something. Actually, I can do the wide one too. Wide one wouldn't have to rip down different. Okay. Veneer work. I haven't done veneer work in like forever. You guys are gonna have to bear with me. That's bear with me, not get naked. Even if it's top off day. No tops off here at the No Dog Barking Workshop. They toss my happy butt. Alright. So, got that. I'm pretty sure that this is 1.5 inches. So I need to rip 1.5 inches by 24. Oh, I lied. That's 1.75 inches. I think that's 24. Yeah, 24 is going to give me just a hair stick up. And they're all going to be 24 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're 24 give or take. Alright, so I'm going to cut these things at 24 inches. I'm going to rip one. Kind of a proud 3/4 of an inch. This one here, I'm going to do a proud 1.75 inches. And I'll have it. These are wide enough. I may be able to get 2 pieces out of one. Maybe. Alright. Alright, so they gotta be 24 inches. Which is 2 foot. 1 foot, 2 foot. As I babble along here. with something thin like this, when I'm cross-cutting, I like to use my cross-cut sled. There's a little bit more to support it and clamp it down and all that kind of stuff. And because I'm trimming and fitting and all that kind of deal once I get it on there, the actual length is not 100% important. So that's what 80 grit sandpaper is for. Although I probably should get it square at least. Alright, there we go. Put my block on here. Maybe. Yep. I happen to have it. Right here. And I bet you're not seeing anything. So, let's go ahead and twist a couple of cameras around. Move that one. I go like that. Be a pretty decent overhead shot. Yeah. And this one here, I go like this. I bring it down a little. You get a pretty good straight on shot. Let me see if I can get this out over here. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch this. I think the overhead is gonna be a better shot. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, I'm getting better at this. Look out, Bonsai. So this, I put a block in over here. And I'm gonna set it. I'm gonna cut them around a little bit over 24. So this is about an inch. I'm gonna cut them about 25 1/4. And we'll make sure that I got 25 1/4. I laid my tape measure down somewhere. There it is. I got one on the saw. I don't know what the big deal is. Alright, so this should be about 25 1/4. I'm sorry. 24 1/8. Huh. I think I'm gonna have to reset my guide. I got a funny feeling that this guide is set to the wrong side of the blade. Hey Black Dragon, how you doing today, man? Welcome to the Two Dogs Bargain Workshop, or whatever it is they call this thing. I'm trying my hand at some veneering work. I haven't done veneer work in a long time. So, pretty good, pretty good. Getting a little toasty. Getting a little toasty. So now I got this block set up. I got my bourbon. No. Oh, it's hot over here. I wish there was bourbon. Oh, wait a minute. I quit drinking a long time ago. What am I talking about? It's getting hot out here though. Ooh-wee. Okay, so what I did was I got my little clamp here, which is just barely out near my warning sign. And the thing is that the distance, my distance is my length here. And the reason why I want to do this, because this is a cross cut, I'll need to have, after it cuts. Oh, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. I need to have a little bit of end piece so that it will twist and stuff like that, and it won't kick back on me. It's not as crucial when you're doing it with a crosscut sled as it is if I'm doing it right on the table with a guide, because I'm able to have a lot of control with this. But it's a habit I've gotten into, It's a good habit to keep. And the reason why you make this block 1 inch wide is so that if you can set your width off the blade to your to the little tape measure that's on your rip fence. I have a problem with doing it that way because I have never found a rip fence that's accurate. Okay, so now, since I'm looking, I like this side, but I don't like the bottom. And I need a square edge. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. It's going to give me kind of a square edge. And then we'll work from there. I'm going to use some spalted veneer. I don't know if you can see that. This is a bad end. But there's that spalting in here is really nice. And I'll glue and nail this onto the edge to cover up this noticeable ends that are on the cabinet. Cover up the little gaps and everything like that with the plywood. And then I kind of sand it and fit it in and play with it. I'll probably do that off stream because that gets a little boring. Alright, make sure that this is... I'm just double checking myself here. Hey, Iggy! How are you? Thanks for the host, man. Here we go, noise. Oh, I wanted to tell you, check out that loud tool warning thing. X made that for me. What a guy. He's sticking around playing, boy, I'll tell you. That's not too loud, is it? Hope not. I hope not. Cool. Cool. Here we go. Fire in the hole. Alright. Leave it for Iggy's cleaning monkeys when they ain't got nothing to do. Alright, so we're going to set that there. And we're going to cut one. I think this is too short. Yeah, we'll use it for something else. But I just happen to have another one. It's not as good as spalting. Really, it's not too bad. Oh yeah, mine have been on strike for a long time. That's because of the guy that's doing all the labor in the dispute here isn't giving in. Too cheap for that. I think I got enough there. Hope so. That's all I got is that color that long. Alright. Think about woodworking. Especially this kind of stuff. Excuse me. 90% of the time is spent doing the setup and taking apart. And 10% of the time is actually doing a cutting. Of course, then you go to sanding, that's a different story. Now let me make sure and verify. My bottom shelf is that old door. And I said before, it's 1 3/4 inches. So I'm going to make this a little proud, just so I can kind of mold them into it. So I'm going to make that one 2 inches wide. And then the other one's a 3/4 inch, so I'll make them probably closer to 1 inch. Alright, it's going to be a tight 2 inches. Ah, heck. Go 1 7/8. That's pretty close. Alright. Working with veneer, I should be using a ZT punch, but I'm not gonna. And this stuff is pretty flimsy and moving around, warped and everything like that. Veneer is that way. Usually they have all kinds of special ways of cutting this. Me, I'm just gonna use my gripper. The thing that throws stream talker off all the time. Now I gotta lower my blade because it's just way too high for that off the top of the table. I'm gonna have to wax my table too again. Alright, tighten it down. That's pretty good. This is, like I said, it's kind of flimsy, so this is gonna be an interesting cut. Now this gonna clear it. Well, I'll be doggone. I guess. Oh, okay, yeah, that'll do it. Let's see. I don't know which end to use. That one's aiming upward. I can push down on. Okay. I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna take an educated cracker. No, that's a bad end. I like that end better. It's a little bit closer to being right. Now what these are, back around Christmas time, I was making boxes and I was taking and using the saw to resaw the 3/4 inch piece down to a little bit over ½ inch, and then run it through the planer to get real nice flat pieces to make boxes. And this is the veneering. This veneering is a cutoff of it, and I save everything. And it seems that it was going to work pretty good, so I decided to go that route. It's just now it's cutting it all and everything like that. It kind of gets interesting because we got to keep it flat and everything like that. It's been sitting around getting warped and cupped and everything else. But it looks nice when it's on the end of a board. More noise. Let's see if you can see anything. Really can't see much, can you? Get this guy out here. Not enough. I should have enough cable. Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't twist it so bad. Let's see. We got a nice view of that. How's that look? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Here we go, fire in the hole. I don't know if you can see it, it's wanting to lift and curl and everything else. Alright, there we go. Let's check. This should be a pretty nice piece. Yeah, it fits on there real good. Next ones are going to be a little bit over 3/4 inch. I think I can get a piece out of here. I only need 2 pieces. I'll make it in half, yeah. Let's make this a proud 3/4. am I at here? That's an inch. That's 7/8. That's about 7/8. That'll work. Let me see if my gripper will go through. Yep. I just cut that. You would think that that'd be a really good straight edge, but it ain't. Alright. Is it any better? Nope. Kind of ballparking it here. Probably making it cutting a little over. Then we'll trim it after we get it on there. And I get it on the flow. I got a little nick on here, especially for this kind of stuff. This thin stuff, this is the stuff that gets dangerous when you're cutting this stuff, because it's thin and it wants to move around and grab the blade and everything else like that, and that's where you get your kickback. The other problem is that because it's thin, if it shoots at you, there's no resistance to hit you, or when it hits you, there isn't that much resistance, so it'll want to keep going. So you can end up being impaled with stuff like this. That goes into firewood. Hopefully the EPA didn't see me do that. Okay, so I got one more. I want to use a really sculpted end. I like that color. This one's a little bit thicker, a little bit easier to work with. We'll go ahead and we'll run that one through. Hey! See you, little booger. Alright, there we go. Okay, we got two pieces. We got two Reese's pieces. Put that on the side and use that to dressy up something else. Hey, Iggy. My firewood's a little small. You'd have to glue a lot of these together to get them to be able to make something out of it. Alright, we're going to kill the noise on that one and turn on the air compressor. You know, there's nothing silent around here. Silence are the troublemakers. Get my overhead going here. I changed cables on that 920 this morning. And it seems to be working a little better. Yeah, no kidding. I buy about a gallon. Gallon usually lasts me about a year. Normally. Alright. And if I think about it and get remembering about it, then I'll try to stay out of the way. Usually my shoulder ends up in the way. There we go. Okay. So I got the glue, I got the spreader, I got the gun, I got to turn on the air compressor. Okay. And what else? I got my pieces. I got my Reese's pieces. Okay, we should be able to do this. Or not. I'm probably gonna run out of bullets. Give me back my bullets. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this guy ends up on this one here. That Swalty's gonna look pretty good. I'm gonna end up running some stain across it, but it's alright. This one's got a lot of raised stuff. I'm gonna have to sand it down. This side's a little smoother. Okay. So when you're taking apply a thin layer of glue. Yeah, thin, right, okay. My glue brush is stiffening up a little bit. Gluing on the end of plywood just about like gluing on end grain. It soaks a lot of it up. But I really don't like to have it run around all over the place. I have enough problems when I over smear it and smear it on the sides. This was a pretty nice piece of plywood here I got on the top. Except it's got all the green stuff on it. Hi. Hello. How are you? Now, if you want to be fancy about it, you can take and set this on here and use some of them fancy banding clamps to stick them on there and let it dry. The only thing is I don't have that many edge banding clamps, but I got a lot of cheap little nails. And they will hold that down good enough till it dries. Oh. Hey, I got a double. Actually, that wasn't a double. It bent it up. Look at that. An artistic nail. Wow. Something hard there. Try it again. Right now, I'd be swearing pretty good about this. If this was a nice piece. That just messed up that piece of veneering. Oh well. It's for the shop, so it'll be okay. Oh yeah, fire it up. I hate that. Those power naps, boy, they knock you out. So you got in at 6, huh? I thought you were only working till 3. Thank you for the host. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well,
the hosting with the mosting. Oh, this is a little bit better than the stuff was earlier. Before it sounded like I was playing Mario Brothers. This is Twitch music. Like I said, it's a little proud on the ends. So the idea behind this is just to cover it, and then we'll come back and we'll trim it and sand it down and try to make it look a little prettier. Although nails ain't gonna be very helpful. I don't know how well you can see that, but did you see how that covered up the end of that plywood? So you get rid of that plywood look with all the holes and all that kind of stuff, and you give the impression. that you actually use a real piece of wood. Oh man, I'm missing. Alright. I did it. My fault. When we get it down, I have to knock them out. You did good on this one. Yeah, this one's a little rough. I got 2. Let's see if I can push them out. I'm out of practice with this. And it ain't gonna go. Gotta get a nail set. I haven't done veneering in, oh man, years and years and years and years and years and years. More years than I probably should be admitting to. Let's see. There's a little one. That one might be too small. Of course, I grabbed the one that's too big. Well, that was bigger than the other one. Okay, so that must be just right. A little large. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nail set and a hammer, which I had right here. It's around here somewhere. I used to bang on that earlier. Excuse my back. Well, I'll be doggone. Hey, this one's not too bad. I'll be doggone. If you see my hammer, holler. I don't see my hammer. But I got a spare. Usually when I touch it, I look around and find it. Might have fallen down. Ooh. Here it is. See, I told you. I touch one hammer, the other one comes up. That's some strong stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. Tough wood. We may be cutting and grinding these, gang. Yeah. Alright, don't fix it this way. We'll clench them over. Inside. Oh, I see what happened now. I did hit him on the right spot. Now I'm chewing up the bottom of that cabinet. Alright. That's a little better. I did hit it okay there, but the nail, when it shot, it was flat side this way, and it hit a hard part in the plywood, and it just bent it. So I end up bending it, flaring it out. The old Harbor Freight one wouldn't have driven it in. But this new Hitachi, it is gone. And Hitachi don't play. It's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna have to nick this out over here. It's gonna be an interesting one. Interesting. Oh. Hey, here's another one that the pencil got the lead broke in. The pencil get broke up real bad when I'm carrying it around and get snapped around and stuff. Oh, we hit it with the sharpener. No charge for the butt shot. He said but. But. But I said but. Alright, so I'm gonna line it up. I'm gonna put it about there. I'm gonna put it about there. I'm gonna put it a little higher here. Okay. Okay. Put a little mark here. Get out the goo. Can you see this? Or you? Yeah, I think you can see it. I think so. I changed the cable because one cable, it seems like the plug is kind of loose. I used the other cable that I got here was on the other camera. It seemed to be holding okay. I also set it up, although I haven't swapped nothing. I also set it up so that the camera will shut off when I'm not using it. Like if I go to a different scene or something like that, but that hasn't happened. I've been running all three of them like crazy, and I'm trying to make sure that they stay out of the sun. I think the sun got hot on here and kind of cooked them. So that sun, this Texas sun is bad news, man. This thing's got a directional thing that I have yet to figure out how the heck to get it to go. And I keep getting shot in the air with a burst of shot in the nose with a burst of air. Which probably isn't that bad a deal. But boy, it surprised the heck out of me. Okay. So normally, if I was going to want to make this straight, of course I would go one end and then the other end and then fill it in the middle. But veneering has a tendency to cut, no matter what. So to ensure that it's all laying flat on there, and hopefully there's enough contact with the glue to stick, I start at one end and put pressure down on it so it flattens out. Now, if you look at it, you can't see, but if you look at it, you can see that it's flat against the board. Now, I can actually turn this booger off. Just like anything else, goes from one noisemaker to another. I got to sit down, man. My legs are sore. That's from climbing up and down on that. Well, this concrete doesn't help, but climbing up on that little stool doesn't help either. But before I do that, let me look around and see if I can find it. I have got a little Harbor Freight trim router. Yep, works really good for this. Hey, XX, how are you? You Lincoln? Oh, you clipped it. Thank you. So you caught it, huh? Cool. I was kind of hoping that somebody would have caught that. I was gonna go back and see that if I could have clipped it later. Cause that's right there the big reason why we do what we do when we get around power tools. I thought I saw you. I figured you were lurking. I wasn't going to say nothing because, heck, you might have been taking a nap. I didn't want to wake you up. Yeah, I got to sit down for a minute. Try to do this without moving cameras too much. Next project. Yeah, I think next project we're gonna take a break from cabinetry. Uh, yeah, I think we're gonna take a break from cabinetry, and we're gonna go and make a couple gnome doors. Oh man, did you get some sleep, X? I know you said you were going to sleep. You were going to bed and you were tired. I hope you got some rest. Because you got a day off like that. And it's always good to get a good night's sleep. Maybe that's what my problem is with me. Every day's a day off. So my body's done with getting to sleep. That's good. That's real good. I gotta figure out. Sorry I'm quiet. I'm kind of thinking, which is scary. As hot as it is, I don't need to be adding any more smoke onto my ears inside and heating up the inside of these headphones.